I'm basically recording the video because I thought of an idea, because I've been watching some videos on YouTube, and they're basically about British people who go to America and they talk about the food that they can't get in America, and then there's comments about that you can get it. There's also things like why Americans love British people and things like that, all kinds of things about America versus Britain and all that, and they have all these different videos that you can watch, and it made me thought about something, because I don't think I've really done this as very predominant, but about what do I think of American people and America in general, basically, because it's something that probably has never really been asked so much about. If somebody says to me, do you like America? And years ago, and I'm talking years ago when I was a kid, I never really grew up knowing so much, and I didn't really have a sort of big thing about American culture, because it wasn't a big thing, you know, to me. You know, I never really sat down and watched a lot of American programs, you know, that kind of thing. Most of the TV I used to watch when I grew up was British or Australian. I didn't really, you know, grow up watching a lot of American television unless it was possibility of being cartoons. Because of things like Turtles, and I used to like wrestling, and you know, but most of that being British before it went on to American wrestling. The same as in the 90s, I never really had pen pals or anything like that. You know, I never really, you know, thought about America in a big way. You know, because most of the time it was either the odd TV program or it was actually music, because that was what it was. And I suppose in a way I can't remember exactly what I thought, but you know, but I always thought, you know, American people weren't exactly the greatest in the world. It's not the greatest country in the world, obviously, because I'm proudly British. I'm not, you know, and I love Britain. Australia probably is one of my favourite countries in the world, apart from Britain myself. But I've grown up now, and the thing is, I don't hate Americans or American people, but I just don't think it's the greatest country in the world. And I have this thing about, you know, that I would like to go to America. I've been before, and I'd like to go again, and various places. But I guess most people say, do I like America? And they probably want to ask a bit more about various different bits and pieces and things like that. One of the things is that basically when it comes to Americans, I think I've met a lot of American people now, which is great. And you know, years ago I always thought American people were something else. I always thought, oh great, you know, they're not, you know, they're a little bit, you know, they take it, they don't sort of take it, you know, for funny things and things like that, you know, taking it too seriously maybe, and that. And I've sort of, you know, thought, you know, differently a little bit now, but basically there are certain things that I prefer most when it comes to America, and that is like music and only a limited few shows, sadly, yes. I absolutely can't stand a lot of American shows, because I just find that British TV is made brilliantly. There's a lot of shows that I watch in this country that I just love, and I would never ever even bother to dare to watch any American programs, because they're just not me. I don't like them. American music, yes. You know, and the same goes for the food, because like, I know what people are going to say, because they'll say, you don't like American food, but the Americans and most countries say, we don't like British food. Because yeah, they do say British food is bland, it's gross, it's rubbish. But it's just that I go to America and I do eat some things. There are some things that I've gone to America and I've offered it, but they are simple food. They are simple things. Going to, say, Walmart in America and buying like a bag of Lay's crisps, simple plain Lay's crisps or salt and vinegar is what basically I eat, because it's simple and it's something that I like. The hardest thing is getting certain British food in America, because it's not the same, and that's what I don't like. There are things like sausage rolls and battered sausage and things like that, but even just a simple normal sausage is not the same as what you get when you go to in our country. But I think basically, I love America though. I do love meeting American people, and I love to share, you know, all the different things with them about the words and all the bits and pieces. It's just that I wouldn't necessarily say it's my favourite country, and I would go there, but it's the food. That's the only thing I should say that's the worst problem I would ever have. Even going anywhere else in the world is the worst problem, because I would just not I would be absolutely mortified that I'm not eating enough because I just can't find enough food that I like. And even when I'm finding food that I actually like, i.e. tomato soup, it's just not the same. I cannot understand, unless somebody's going to tell me that you can buy tomato soup just like you can in England, then fair enough, I'll try it. But I had some soup the other day. It was basically I think it was from Target or where it was from. My friend basically bought me some soup. She sent me some soup over, tomato soup. But you have to add water. It was like Campbell's in this country basically. You have to basically add water to it. And I did like half a can, and I added like half a can of water to that, and I heated it up. And I tried it, and it was just I ate most of it, but I just didn't. It wasn't really the greatest thing in the world. I actually said I would never eat it again. It was edible to eat. It was edible to eat, but it just wasn't me. I said to my mum basically, why can't they make soup like in this country? 99% of soup, unless you're counting the packet soup that you put boiling water in or anything like that, we don't count that. Canned soup. 99% of canned soup, when you go to a supermarket in this country, does not require you to add water. It's simple. You buy tomato soup, whether it's Heinz, whether it's a supermarket brand, or whether it's Baxter's, or whatever type of soup it is. You buy it in a can, you open it up, you pour it into a dish, you heat it up in the microwave, 3 minutes and 30 seconds I do, or put it into a saucepan and heat it up on the cooker, as you did years ago, because the microwave weren't invented, and then simply eat it like that. I also put a little bit of milk in mine, even though it's already got milk in it, or cream, because it's cream with tomato soup. I do put a little bit in there anyway, but that's what I do. I like it. I would eat that. That is simple, but it's just not the same in America. They had this soup that I got sent, and it just wasn't. Ugh. But yeah, the biggest thing, like I said, for me now when it comes to America is basically I love music. Music is the biggest part of me when it comes to America. That's one of the things that I like the most. And I basically would love to go to America to sample music far more than most other things. Most other things. It is just something that I could, you know. I don't mind the things like American, well, not American football, but soccer. I don't mind following that, you know, and I don't mind darts in America and things like that, and pool, and certain other little bits and pieces like maybe the odd TV program like Nashville and things like that. And there are certainly going to be that I don't mind, you know, being with American people and speaking to them and using the words and the language and things like that. But the most predominant thing for me would be music, because they've got a rich history of music. I know we have, you know, and I know that I love British music just as much. But I would love America for the places that you can go to in America where music would be predominant. Because they've got things like Cleveland. I want to go to Cleveland because they've got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I would love to go there. Oh my God, I can just imagine myself being absolutely thrilled about that. Nashville, I absolutely want to go to Nashville because I love country music. It would be amazing to explore country music from that one. You also, if you're on a package tour with that, you go to Memphis. So you could be like the home of stax music, the home of blues. Wow, it'd be amazing to sample that as well. New Orleans, obviously the home of jazz, also has a soul music history. And it'd be amazing just to go to these places in America where, wouldn't you just love it? Going to America and having like the history of music just there. And it's not just about the country, it's not just about the, country music, it's not just about, say, blues and things, it's about all types of music you get in America. Because you can go to all these different places like Seattle, where a hotbed of, like, grunge and people, and like Detroit for Motown, and you can imagine all the places where you can go, and it'd be like metal music and rock music and all the different types of music that they've had in America over the years that I can just love to explore. And it's thinking about them artists that I really like in music that are American that I love. I just wouldn't necessarily want to live in America. I could never do it. I could never move to America and live there because I'll be homesick. I'll be coming back to England after a week because everything that I miss about England, there'd be a lot of things that I miss. I would not go on the internet to find the TV programs that I want because I might not get them, because there's a lot of TV programs that I watch that don't even get shown in America. Whether they would be available online, I don't know. I would watch them on the BBC iPlayer or something like that, but again, the BBC iPlayer only really caters for people who actually live in England. So again, I wouldn't be able to watch them, so I'd be like, Dragon's Den, I can't watch it, and other things like MasterChef in England and things like that. So yeah, I would miss England too much, but I'm just saying, I just do think I'm a bit more open now to Americans than what I used to be like, say, 20 odd years ago. But I've changed a little bit, and you know, and I don't, like I said, I don't hate Americans. I just think there's certain things in America that I don't really like so much about, the food and things like that. And I actually prefer certain things in America than the food, like the music and things like that. And it's not for me to go to America and be like, oh, I love the food. I sadly don't. It's not easy, and I've seen food that I can practically buy from here in America, like in Walmart, but I can't buy it because it's too expensive, and I just have to deal with the fact that I'm eating other things. I don't mind eating the bread and things like that, but given the choice, I would sooner come back to England and eat what basically is British food, or food that we have basically in our supermarkets. I just think that. But I would go to America and live the whole dream of visiting places like Nashville and things like that. So that's just my view. I mean, you might not like my views, but it's just the way I feel about it. And I'm not gonna bash or you know, anybody who's from America, and certainly not my friends, because I've got some great friends in America. They just have to deal with the fact that while I might like certain things about America, it's the food. It's the one thing that just doesn't. I can't do it. One thing I'm going to leave on when it comes to food, I guess, would be to go to America. Maybe, just maybe, I'd have to do my own versions of certain things like Yorkshire pudding. You don't really get it in America, so I would have to make my own. But then again, it might not be the same because you're not having the same flour, you're not having the same milk, and you're not having the same egg. But it would be a Yorkshire pudding, so I would actually say, well, I've got a Yorkshire pudding anyway. But there you go. I'll leave it at that. Bye for now.